You've been told over and over again that finding product market fit is the golden ticket. Like it's some magical moment when everything lines up and suddenly your startup's doors open wide, customers flood in, investors swoon, and you're on a rocket to success. But here's the brutal truth that nobody's willing to say out loud. Product market fit is massively overrated. It's not the holy grail. In fact, a blind obsession with chasing it keeps so many founders trapped in a loop of disappointment, burnout, and wasted time. It's like chasing a mirage in a desert. You get so fixated on the idea of finding it that you overlook the ground beneath your feet. You grind, pivot, tweak, and analyze until the exhaustion burns you out. And when you finally think you've got it, the market shifts, competitors disrupt, or your own product feels stale because you were solving yesterday's problem, not tomorrow's opportunity. Why does this happen? Because product market fit is sold as a fixed destination, a checkbox you tick, a sign that you've made it. But in reality, it's a shifting horizon, a moving target that forever stays out of perfect reach. When startups obsess over simply finding that match between product and market, they hand over their power to external validation. They let the market define their success rather than define and shape the future that market needs. It's a subtle trap, one that feels like control but is actually surrender. Now, imagine something different. Imagine flipping that script entirely. Instead of endlessly hunting for product market fit as a one-time event, what if you embraced being relentlessly customer-obsessed? Not just superficially checking feedback boxes, but deeply, almost painfully immersing yourself in the raw, unfiltered lives and struggles of your users. Forget stretching your product to fit a vague market definition. Focus on excavating the real, unspoken pains that people don't even have words for yet. Because here's the secret. The real win isn't product market fit. It's problem-solution fit. A relentless cycle of understanding the problem so intimately that your solution becomes inevitable. The market, then, isn't a static place waiting for your product. It's alive, restless, demanding something new, something no one else has dared to give. The frustration many founders feel, chasing traction that vanishes, users who seem interested but never fully commit, it all stems from missing this point. They're not solving a problem deeply enough. They're not bending their reality hard enough to see past what's obvious. Too often, startups chase trends, paint-by-number solutions lifted right off another success story, or overlay innovation on top of convenience instead of necessity. What they miss is the disruptive spark that only raw, brutal honesty about pain can create. So how do you break this cycle? How do you escape the endless, exhausting loop of product market fit hype and build something that matters deeply, today and tomorrow? Begin by rejecting the idea that progress comes from playing safe or fitting in. Your edge isn't in rolling out a better version of what exists. It's in tearing down what's broken and refusing to settle for the noise of the crowd. Start by hunting down the edges where people's suffering is most misaligned with any existing solution. Those edges are hidden in the overlooked, the dismissed, the misunderstood corners of the market where everyone else is too comfortable trading mediocrity for safe bets. Don't just talk to your customers, become them. Find what keeps them awake at night, the fears they don't share, the costs they endure silently. Dig deeper than surface answers. Treat every conversation as a life-or-death interrogation of assumptions. And don't be afraid of what you find. Real understanding often burns. It challenges your pride, scatters your roadmap, and demands you pivot where no one expects. That's not weakness, it's raw power. It's the foundation on which true product transformation stands. At the same time, throw away any notion that your solution is fixed at the start. Your product should be fluid, constantly evolving in response to changing needs and new insights. Think of it as a living organism, adapting and reshaped by close interaction with those you serve. This dynamic, iterative approach prevents complacency and arms you against sudden market shifts, competitor moves, or technological disruption. You're not just chasing a moment of product market fit, you're cultivating an ongoing dance between problem and solution that never settles but always moves forward. And this requires more than just product tweaks. It demands that you tear down the internal barriers holding you back. The fear of failure, the need for external approval, the comfort in following trends, those are shackles disguised as safety nets. Breaking free means accepting uncertainty as a fuel, embracing messiness as a sign you're on the right track, and daring to stand apart even if no one else believes in your vision today. This kind of radical courage is rare because it's uncomfortable, isolating, and relentless. But it's exactly what separates founders destined to innovate from those who merely replicate. If you want in on this, the next step is to build deeply selective relationships with your users, your mentors, your investors. Surround yourself not with cheerleaders, but with voices that challenge your assumptions and force you to see around your blind spots. This network isn't about pretending to belong or playing safe. It's about finding the few who burn with a matching intensity, who refuse to settle for small progress, who push you further than you thought possible. Together, this rarefied synergy becomes your most powerful ecosystem, a place where misaligned brilliance aligns and multiplies beyond what any lone founder or team could achieve. Remember, the market won't hand success to those who wait patiently or follow the map. This is a battlefield, and the prize goes to those who redefine reality, who see past the surface chaos to the structural cracks where opportunity screams loudest. Product market fit won't save you. It's not a badge of honor or a finish line. It's just one moment in an endless journey of becoming someone who shapes markets rather than being shaped by them. So, let go of the myths. Reject the comforting lies that say success is about finding that perfect match. Instead, own the discomfort of knowing you must constantly evolve, constantly question, constantly push beyond what feels safe and known. Burn with the fire of deep problem obsession, stay hungry for brutal honesty, and cultivate fierce connections that stretch your limits. That's the real path to building startups that last, impact that echoes, and lives that are truly your own. Wake up from the illusion of product market fit. The revolution isn't about fitting in. It's about ripping apart expectations and unleashing the extraordinary power of the few who refuse the status quo. The world is waiting for those who dare to burn rather than bend. Will you be one of them?